This was written by my wife, Caleb's mom, Amy Mitchell. There's a specific kind of light that only a mother gets to see from the very beginning. I watched that light grow from a little boy who dreamed of being a police officer into a man that stood as a shield for his community. There is a heroic strength in a man who knows exactly who he is. I spent 24 years watching my son grow into the living answer to every prayer I ever whispered for him. Kaleb wasn't just a protector, a provider, and a leader. He was a man of God. He was the man of God we hoped he would become. He was so brave because he was he was a man who knew exactly where he was going, and he wasn't afraid of the cost of getting there. The world saw the uniform, the badge, and a man who was fearless in the face of death, but we saw the soul behind the badge. To us, Kaleb was the son who never left without a hug and I love you. The big brother who turned our living room into a wrestling mat, the hallway into a Nerf gun war, and the father whose greatest mission was the happiness of his wife and babies. He wasn't just a member of this family. He was our heartbeat. He cherished the women in his life with a devotion that was rare. To his sister, he was a constant protector. To his mom, he was a mama's boy, who she proudly watched grow into a man who put his wife first, just as the word commands. And Haley, his fourth grade soulmate, you were his North Star. To see the way he looked at you and the way he held Weston was to see a man who had already found his heaven on earth. Kaleb had the spirit of a warrior. He didn't know how to quit. Quitting wasn't in his vocabulary. Jordan accidentally dislocated Kaleb's elbow during wrestling practice. The doctors told him he was finished. They told him the season was over, but Kaleb refused that. He went to physical therapy, he prayed hard, and he pushed through the pain. He didn't just finish that season. He went on to qualify for states. He lived with high morals. He excelled quickly in BLET because he had been preparing his whole life to serve. He loved vacationing from the mountains to the beach. We had a family tradition that started about 15 years ago. We'd go to the wilderness at the Smokies in Tennessee for Halloween. This past October, he had just as much fun in that water park as he did 15 years ago. He would stay floating in the lazy river without a care in the world until Haley had to drag him out. But was still soft enough to be a daddy that his son absolutely adored. Kaleb, you told us through your life that you weren't afraid. You put your life on the line because you were so full of God that there was no room for fear. You honored your father, you led your brothers, you helped set a very high standard for your sister. Ivy, unconditionally, and you made your mama the proudest woman on earth. Being parents to you, your brothers, and your sister is the highest honor God could have given us. We're so thankful for all the love and the closeness of our family. The only thing we can say is we wish we had more time. The house will be quieter, and that silence is heavy. But we will feel it by telling your stories. We will help protect Haley. We will help raise Weston and baby Ivy to know that their father was a hero. not just because of the badge he wore, but because of the incredible man he was. You finished your season. You placed highest of high. Well done, good and faithful servant. We got it from here. Love, Mom and Daddy.